This man's a pimp, bro. Are we gonna be honest here? This man looks like a pimp.
He does look like a pimp.
He looks like a pimp. And this is the part that makes me mad, though. In church, they teach you supposed to be humble. You're supposed to come in wearing regular clothes. And then you have some guy out here being flashy, wearing Gucci, wearing all that. That's being a hypocrite. That's being a giant hypocrite. And I can't stand when people do that. Because it's like, dude, if you're going to scam, don't use God to scam, bro. There's low. Being a scammer, robber, thief, that's low. Using religion that's like a whole nother level. That's evil.
You made a good point. That man looks like a pimp.
He looks like a pimp. He's
snatching up women in this congregation.
Bro, that wasn't a snatch. That was like, he's trying to take her soul, bro. He was angry.
And he's getting robbed in his own church.
The Brooklyn pastor who made headlines when he was robbed of expensive jewelry during a live-streamed church service has been indicted on federal charges.
Among the allegations against Lamor Whitehead, that he scammed a parishioner out of $90,000. This isn't his first time in trouble with the law.
According to an unsealed indictment, Whitehead asked for money and other things of value from victims using threats and false promises. He allegedly convinced a parishioner to invest $90,000 of her retirement savings with him, but spent it all on himself. The bishop was arrested Monday morning and pleaded not guilty in court before he was released on a $500,000 bond. The 45-year-old is now charged with 2 counts of wire fraud, 1 count of extortion, and 1 count of making material false statements.
If convicted on all counts, Whitehead faces up to 65 years in prison.
So what'd you think about the clip?
So many thoughts. One thing that keeps coming to my mind is his lawyer. Something about her seems off.
They seem like they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Weren't they holding hands?
They seem like, and she seems kind of dumb.
Bishop Lamor Whitehead is not guilty of these charges. We are vigorously going to defend these accusations.
Like, she doesn't seem that smart.
What makes you say that, though?
Just the way she was speaking. So, like, slowly. She didn't sound sharp at all. Like, she's not a sharp lawyer. He can't do better than that with his $500,000 he scammed from his congregation.
He is also accused of extorting a businessman of $5,000, then convincing the victim to lend him $500,000 more and give him a stake in real estate transactions in return for favors from the city government, which Whitehead knew he could not obtain.
Bro, did you see the clip where he grabbed the woman's head?
Then in September, he was briefly detained after clashing with a woman who interrupted him mid-sermon.
This man's a pimp, bro. Are we gonna be honest here? This man looks like a pimp. And then like that church sign, I was like, is this a fraternity? It looks crazy.
He does look like a pimp.
He looks like a pimp. And this is the part that makes me mad, though. In church, they teach you supposed to be humble. You're supposed to come in wearing regular clothes. And then you have some guy out here being flashy, wearing Gucci, wearing all that. That's being a hypocrite. That's being a giant hypocrite. And I can't stand when people do that. Because it's like, dude, if you're going to scam, don't use God to scam, bro. There's low. Being a scammer, robber, thief, that's low. Using religion that's like a whole nother level. That's evil.
I agree with you, and it's gone on for history, for centuries.
Oh, of course.
They did that to keep slaves in order.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go on that path right now. Religion's been abused. It's been adulterated forever. You made a good point. That man looks like a pimp.
He looks like a pimp. He's
snatching up women in this congregation.
Bro, that wasn't a snatch. That was like, he's trying to take her soul, bro. He
was angry. And he's getting robbed in his own church.
Yo.
Whitehead has made news repeatedly this year. First in July, when masked robbers stole an estimated $1 million worth of jewelry from him during a live stream service.
And I guarantee you those dudes that robbed him know him.
It was probably a setup. It's definitely a setup. Because how do they know what? Well, okay. I was gonna say, how do they know when he's live streaming, but it's a church and they tell you what time they're gonna live stream. So I kind of get that.
True.
But
so I mean, it could be one of two things. They see his sermon, or they heard about his sermon. They know he's flashy. Know he has jewelry on him. We're gonna rob him, and they're just terrible people. Other flip side could be they do business together. He got over on them or something, like he did them dirty, and they came to get their revenge on camera. So I don't know which it is.
Because they're definitely trying to embarrass him.
For sure.
They could have waited till after the sermon was done.
For sure.
This is why religion gets such a bad name, because you have people like that at the forefront. Because he only garners so much attention because of the way that he dresses.
The Brooklyn pastor, known for delivering sermons in designer suits and lavish jewels at Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, is being accused by federal prosecutors of obtaining part of his wealth illegally.
If he dressed more subtly, we wouldn't even know who this guy is.
That's true.
Obviously, besides all the allegations.
That's very true. He's a pimp. We clearly know it. Yeah. He's a gang member.
Bro, he got robbed. The first thing he said was, yo.
Yeah, his reaction even was like bro. This reminds me of that movie, American Gangster? The one with Denzel Washington in it? Which one is that?
That's American Gangster.
Okay. And how his whole philosophy was to be low key. And
Yeah.
what got him caught up?
Where's where that chinchilla coat? Yep.
This guy.
Yep.
You can do what you... No, don't... First of all, I'm not condoning none of this nonsense. But if he's going to do what he's doing, at least be low key about it.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that suit, the first thing that came to my mind was Nino Brown, New Jack City. That's the first thing that came to my mind. That and Pitt Bishop Wandon.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah. The little hat. I was like, he got everything but the hat.
This man's a
Fraud, bro.
Disgusting.
People who has their whole life savings in that. And he's
Talk about evil. That's evil. When you scam elderly, you know the lady in there probably gave him the $90K. It's probably an old lady.
Of course.
I imagine like a nice old lady.
What I imagine is him being like a typical like scammer. Like, listen, you give me 90, I'll give you 200.
Because God will send it to him.
Right.
I don't know. Hopefully he gets what's coming to him. I don't feel bad for people.
No,
like
I
him.
hope he definitely gets what's if he did it, but it seems like he did it.
If he did it, right? We're not gonna.
If he did it.
Right, because we
If
are
he
making
did
a bunch of assumptions.
Yeah, we don't know technically if he did it.
But at the same time, like, you do have to take into account someone's past. Not always. I'm not saying convict someone just off what they've done in the past. He had a criminal history, but they love saying that about certain people in the media. So
Yeah, and
using that to excuse unjustly.
It's a fair point. The thing with that is it can work either way, right? Sometimes they blow up someone's history and they only got arrested for one thing, and you're like, can't really say anything. But there's some people who have got patterns.
True.
And these patterns have continued. It's gone up and down. And I'm like, can you really blame them if it's a pattern?
The bishop has a criminal history and was convicted on 17 counts of fraud back in 2008.
There you go. Now you that.
So, I mean, I don't know. I haven't done enough research on it, guys, yet. You know, this is just our first reaction. If he did do it, bro.
No, but that's a good point. You're right. There's a difference between something happening before, it was a one-off thing, you're trying to like make this guy's whole life ruined because of that one thing, versus
a pattern.
You got our action.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, guys, it's been bad decisions. If he did it, he made all the bad decisions. Whoever gave him money or whoever got scammed, maybe he didn't scam him, but whoever got scammed for that was the worst decision.
I'm not gonna victim blame.
It's still a bad decision. I'm not trying to victim blame, but
no, yeah, no, you're right.
If I mess up, I'm like, it wasn't a good decision. All right, guys, this has been Bad Decisions. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what else you guys want us to react to. All right, guys, we're out.